Hey everybody, this is Sue Craig, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Cleveland, Ohio, and today I have a technique for you. I know that you have probably done the shaving cream technique, and I want to show you just a little twist on that. It's still the shaving cream technique, but it's a little bit different. So let me show you. What you're going to need is some type of shaving cream. Alright, you want a cream, you don't want the foam. You need something to put your shaving cream in. I have a paper plate. You're going to need, I'm using a plastic knife, trying to keep it easy here. And you're going to need some kind of ink, so I have some reinkers. And I also have a container so that I can put the used shaving cream in it. I have a towel and cardstock. Now, when I originally did this, I started with an 8.5 by 11 piece, and I loved it. If you're going to do several of these, that's a great idea. You can just get the whole thing covered with shaving cream and have 4 cards that you can make. But I just want to show you one for this technique. You don't need a whole lot of shaving cream, so you just put it in there. Now, I've seen videos where people use their hands to spread this, and oh my. Anyway, what I saw when I did this was that you don't want it really thick, because when you're mixing this, you want the ink to mix with this shaving cream, because you don't want the plain shaving cream on your paper. You want, obviously, you want the ink colors on it. Alright, so we're just going to put our knife off to the side here, and I'm just going to put some drops of reinker in. I was trying to get a Monet look. That's the original reason I started to do this. So I went with some light colors. This is Balmy Blue. And you can play around with however much. There's nothing scientific about it. I just put ink in different places and play with it. So this is like a stress-free project. It's all contained in a little plate. You can have lots of fun with it. And you know, once you start doing this, if you're like me, you start to say, oh, I wonder what this and this color would look like, or what would this look like if I took this color instead of this color, and you might end up with a whole bunch of cardstock that's been colored. Alright, that last one was Pool Party, and the middle one was Pretty in Pink. Sorry about that. Now, you can stir this however you want, with whatever you want. I'm going to use my bone folder, and the idea is you want to combine the ink, the re-inker here, but you don't want to combine it so much that you don't see the colors anymore, that it really gets messy. And again, this is totally up to you how you want to do it. Alright. Now, if you've done the shaving cream technique before, in the old days, what we were told is you just take your paper and you plop it down into the shaving cream. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to take my cardstock, put it right here. I'm going to scoot this a little bit out of the way, and I'm going to take my knife and pick up some of the shaving cream. So this is the difference. I'm not smashing it and making all of the shaving cream mixed together on my card. I'm just using a small amount that I'm going to put on my card, and you can do whatever you want. I kind of went like this, kind of like I was doing a cake, but you can do circles if you want. I mean, next time I put this on, I'll experiment and do it differently. Alright, so I'm just picking up some. You can see the color in that. Alright, we'll put it down, and this time I'll just kind of go in a circle. Maybe we'll get a circle motion. You can see it's starting to turn gray, but the nice thing is that the stuff that hits the paper first is what's coloring it. You can see here's some of it that's white, and that's okay as long as that's not what's coloring your paper. Alright, here's some with some of the blue. I liked this way because my hands were not getting all full of the shaving cream. I can just hold this on the edges, and you don't have to go to the edges. I just choose to do that. Keep in mind too that your cardstock is going to bow a little bit. We're moistening it, we're wetting it, so of course it's going to bend. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're just going to take your knife and you're just going to scrape this off. And like I said, you can see that right here I have a white area. You can also see that right now my hands are nice and clean. So I prefer this method to the former method where you're dunking it in there with your hands. So I'm going to take a little bit more here, put it down. Let's see what it looks like. Now you certainly can use your towel to do that, but I like to try to get as much of the shaving cream off with my knife as possible, and then take my towel and wipe the rest of it off. Alright, there you go. So you can see where I went straight, here's the result I got, and where I twisted and made it in circles was right here. But you can see that we have a really nice colored panel now, and we'll let it dry, or you can dry it with your heat tool and then you can do what you like with it. What I did for a split coast challenge was I stamped on it so it would look like a Monet painting, and the image that I was trying to duplicate was a present that was wrapped. So I added the ribbon and some gems and the word celebrate. So that's how I do now the shaving cream technique. You can see I'm not messy. I have stuff left on my plate so I can play some more with the rest of my cardstock, and I like this way a whole lot better than the original way. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you like this technique. I hope you give it a try, and thanks for watching.